Moving on with multiplying polynomials. Now we have some we need to distribute. So A, we need to distribute out that 5 to get 5 times A, or 5A, plus 5B. And let's do B. So we're going to distribute out that 2. So it would be 2 times x, which is 2x, plus 2 times 7, which is 14. In C, we're going to have 8 times x gives us 8x. And then minus 8 times 9 gives us 72. Okay, next one we get 12x minus 8. And in E we have 3 terms, so we're going to distribute that 6 out to all 3 terms. So we get 6x squared. And then we've got plus 18x plus 30. Okay, in F, we've got a times a. Remember, that's a to the power of 1 times a to the power of 1. So we get a squared, and then we get plus 4a. And they're getting harder. Okay, so we've got, let's just write this one out. So we've got 2x times the 5x when we distribute out our 2x. And then we're going to have minus 2x times the 4. This minus, it's always going to be the same sign as you see in your brackets. And so 2x times 5x, we multiply our coefficients together to get 10, and then our variables together to get 10, or to get x squared. And then same sort of thing in the second one. So we'll have minus, and then we multiply our coefficients together to get 8, and our variable is just x. Okay, same sort of thing for this next one, but we have 3 terms. I'm going to write out the first step. You can choose to do that or not. So we've got 3x times 2x squared, and then we're going to have minus 3x times x, and then minus 3x times 5. And so we get 6x to the power of 3 minus 3x squared, and then minus 15x. Okay, next one, when we distribute that out, we'll have 12a times 3a squared minus 12a times 4. And so that gives us 36a to the power of 3. And then minus 48a. Okay. And same sort of thing here. So we distribute out that 6ab. So it would be 6ab multiplied by the first term of our polynomial, which is 2a, minus 6ab times 3b, and then minus 6ab times 1. Don't forget about that 1. It's important there. And so when we multiply those all through, we get 12a squared b minus 18ab squared. And then 6 times 1 just gives us 6, so minus 6ab. Okay, let's distribute out that negative 4. So we'll have negative 4 multiplied by our first term, and then minus negative 4. So how should we write that? Well, we'll do minus 4 times negative 3x. It's going to end up being a positive. And then we have minus 4 times 7. And so we get negative 8x squared plus 12x minus 28. And last one for this section, so we're going to have negative m times m squared minus negative m, or we'll think of it as negative m times negative 3m. That's usually how I think of those. And so you get negative m to the power of 3 plus, because you've got a negative times a negative, so plus 3m squared. Okay, next question. We're asked to find the perimeter and area. And so this is a way of reinforcing the difference between adding and subtracting. So remember, perimeter is you add up all the sides together. We could also use a formula for a rectangle, but I'm just going to add them all up. So I'm going to start on the top, and I get 2x plus 5 plus another x plus 2x plus 5 plus another x. If you did this a different way, that's totally fine if you get the same answer. So remember when we're adding and subtracting these things, we have to think about like terms. Here we have a bunch of x's that are all like terms, and then we have some constants that are like terms. And so if we add those up, what do we get? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x plus 10. Okay, now area, we need to do area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, and our length here is 2x plus 5, and our width is x. So that's going to be 2x plus 5 times x. And I'm just going to rearrange them because I find it easier to think of that way. Remember, it's multiplication, so I can do it in whatever order I want. So I'm just going to rearrange it like this. You don't necessarily have to, but it just makes it similar to the way we've done the last ones. So then we're going to distribute out this x. And so we get 2x squared plus 5x. So that would be your area. Okay, and last question here, it asks for the volume of this rectangular prism. Well, if you look on your formula sheet, volume is length times width times height for a rectangular prism. And so here that's going to be 2x, well, we could 2x times 4 times 3x. Well, I guess I'll do it kind of, let's see, which would be the length? Probably this one. This would be our width. This would likely be our height. Doesn't really matter, but so we would have 3x plus 14 times 2x times 4. And so what I would do here is I'm going to reorder them to put my two-term polynomial at the end. So I've got 2x times 4. Remember, we can always reorder these because we're multiplying. So I'm just reordering those. And then I would probably start by multiplying these two monomials together to get 8x. So now we would have 8x times this polynomial with two terms, our binomial. And now we can do some distribution, distribute out that 8x. And what does that give us? 24x squared plus, and then 8 times 14 gives me 112. So 112x.